Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Bakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations unto the elect of the nation of Israel. Start up with the 144,000, which will be the ruling governing body in the kingdom of heaven, which will be all men. Also to a lot of the 1/3 in America, which will be men, women, and children. They'll be saved on this side. 2/3 of our people will be destroyed here in America, Babylon the Great. You also have the rebels that are scattered abroad, they'll be destroyed. And you have some elect, right, that's scattered abroad that will be saved, who the world willingly and ignorantly calls black, Hispanic, Native American, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Jamaican, Haitian, Guatemala, Manasseh Cubans, right? We are the Israelites. Contrary to what people want to believe, I mean, brother Romeo can make action on another lesson. This is from End Time Headlines, and this has been everywhere, right? It says Trump tells Iranians the hour of your freedom is at hand. As U.S. Israel launch strikes against Iran, which is going to the least of the flock should draw the mouse. Is Jeremiah 49 and verse 20. It says, "Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Edom, and his purposes that he have purpose against the inhabitants of Teman. Right? Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them." All right, so these Edomites, they going down, man. Which we know, Israel and the U.S., they both back each other up. Which really, it's the small hats. That's the least of the flock, right? They the ones that's really running things. They control America, right? But they both allies to each other, right? And I believe Iran's allies are Russia. So this is all gonna lead to World War III, man. And ain't no peace coming to this place, man. Right? That ain't gonna happen. You can believe what you want to believe, man, but there's nothing but destruction coming, man. The true prophets, you go to Jeremiah 28 verse 8, right? What does it say? It says, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war, of evil, and of pestilence." You see? This is Jeremiah talking about the prophets that were before him. They prophesied about war, right? And of evil and pestilence. All these things are happening, man. Right? And war is one of them, right? And we in the time of war, man. Right? You go to Ecclesiastes 3, right? It tells you about, different times of when, certain things happen, right? Let me go to Ecclesiastes 3 and I'll start at verse 1 and I'll skip down to verse 8. It says, to everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Right? Let's skip down to verse 8. It says, a time to love, a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. And we're in a time of peace, man. That's why these things are happening. Yeah, you can say there are distractions. World War III ain't gonna fully break out until the MOTB comes into play, right? But these things, they gotta happen, man. We at the end, man. Let me go to Habakkuk 2 and verse 3, man. All right, it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie," right? At the end of Esau's kingdom, right? Everything set for an appointed time, a set date for things to pop off, right? And this ain't no coincidence, and that ain't an accident. All right, it says, "Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, and it will not tarry," right? And things are speeding up, right? Every day, different things are happening, right? Different things are going on, and this also, like I said, lets you know. I said this in like one of my last videos, right? You go to Isaiah 2, man. If the real people were in the land, this wouldn't be happening, man. You wouldn't be, having to fight people and, you sending stuff over to them. It wouldn't be happening. There would be no need. Right? This is Isaiah 2 in verse Let me see. Let me go to. I'll start at verse. I'll start at verse 2. It says, "And it shall come to pass in the last days, right, in the times to come, that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established atop of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it." And that's not happening to them small heads, man. Right? And many people shall go up and say, "Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob. He will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem." Right? And it's not happening right now. "He shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people." Right? "And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks." Right? "And nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither should they learn war anymore." Right? And there's always war going on over there in that side of the world, man. Always. It's never not been like that since I can remember. Right? Even before I came into the truth, prophecy, it was popping off, man. I'm pretty sure the elders remember. I know they remember. Right? But because they're not the people. And that's why these nations, they're going to eventually fight back against America, Babylon the Great. Right? And it's going to be a beautiful day, man. Let me go to Joel. Right? Let me see. Joel. I think it's the 3rd chapter. Joel chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles," right? "Prepare war and wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near, and let them come up and beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong." Right? All these nations that, America and these small heads that picked on, they all getting ready for war. And they all going to fight against America, man. And Israel, too, it says, "Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither, and cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. And let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about." Right? It says, "Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fast overflow, for the wickedness is great." Right? This is judgment on these heathen nations, man. For what they done to us. Right? You go to Isaiah 34, it goes into that as well. Let me go to that real quick. I'm not gonna read, all of it, but it kind of goes into that as well. I can read it, because this is ultimately what's going to happen. So Isaiah 34 and verse 1, it says, "Come near ye nations to hear, and hearken ye people, let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it." Right? For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies, for he hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered to them to the slaughter. So you got to remember, man's goings are the Lord. So none of these heathens are doing this of their own will, man. It's the Lord got them doing this. "The slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood." Right? "And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll." Right? Hey, when these nukes start dropping, hey, you're going to see these mushroom clouds rolled together. It's going to open up like a scroll. Right? "And all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth from off the vine, and as the falling fig from the tree." Right? It says, "For my sword should be bathed in heaven," talking about the missiles. Right? "Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea," which is the Greek way for saying Edom, "and upon the people of my curse the judgment." Right? Which the people over there in our land, they're ease, and as well as the people that rule America, man. Right? Which the head of the ease is the least of the flock. Right? Israel, the people over there. Right? They claim to be us. But this is only going to lead to more, hell, more chaos. Ain't nothing good coming out of this, man. And things may die down, and, they may say it's for the greater good. No, these devils is lying, man. Let me see. Seek peace. Let me get this in the book of This is because many people are, people seek peace and they'll tell you it's for a good cause, but it's not. Hey, this is Ezekiel 7 and I'll get verse 25. It says, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. So, it's going to get worse and worse, man. But before it fully goes full blown, hey, that MOTB has to take place, man. So we here. We are here, man. There's no reason to celebrate. They celebrate that. Hey, it's all hell still gonna happen, and it's gonna get worse. Don't think that y'all good. These heathens, they don't know what's going on, man. They bugged out. Y'all still in hell. But hey, we glad that we know we Israelites, and Lord willing, we a part of that number on this side, man. Hey, y'all get ready to go into captivity. All the heathen. So I just wanted to do a quick video on this, man. These people threw, at least the flock is drawing them out. And our Lord YASHAMIAHLA is doing things, man. But before it fully pops off, right? Hey, the MOTB has to take place. So that's how we definitely probably months away, from this MOTB happening. So with that, I'm gonna close out. This video was edifying. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Bakak Wadash. Double honor to the elders and spouses of the Great Millstone. Till next time, I want to say